but I wanted to give you a bonus exit strategy. And this is one that I actually haven't done because this is not part of my business model and what we do. This is what the big banks are doing, and this is also what individual investors can do. Basically, it's strategy for people that don't have pressure on their money. I have pressure on my money because we raised it from accredited investors and we structure it where they get a preferred return and a profit split. Well, that preferred return depends on time. So the longer that money, longer it takes us to get the money back to our investor, the higher the preferred return is. If you're a big bank and your cost of funds is 1 or 2%, or you have your own personal money and it's just your chunk of change to do what you want, this might be a better strategy for you. So basically, this means modify the loan in a way where the borrower can start making their payments again. Now, do you want to modify this to hold or to flip? So you can recapitalize the arrears. Basically, all the money that's owed on the loan, you can say, hey, you owe 100,000 like the principal balance, but you owe another 50,000 in back payments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a new loan of 150,000 that's combined. And the reason you would do that is because that's what the unpaid principal balance, that is what most note buyers look to determine what they're going to pay for a note. They kind of look at like all the extra stuff is something that I might never get. So they will combine everything into one new loan, and that makes it a lot cleaner and easier to sell. You can extend the maturity date. You can start the 30-year amortization over. Yield considerations. If you are willing to accept a certain amount of yield, like say most investors in this category want a 9 to 12% yield, you can structure a new loan, make it due in 40 years, lower the payment, and get a yield that is acceptable to you. You can also do principal forgiveness, right? Oh, I misspelled forgiveness. But say on that note that is where the total debt is 200,000 and the property is worth 100,000. Well, you can say, hey, Mr. Borrower, I'll forgive $100,000 in principal and bring the balance of the loan to 100,000 if you start paying me again. Well, a borrower who wants to stay in their home might say, I'll take that deal. If you're in that loan for 50,000, it might make sense to you to do something like that.